I run a $10 million a year agency, but most of the day-to-day is handled by Claude Cowork. And in this video, I'll show you 4 of the many Cowork use cases that I take advantage of so that I don't have to work on the boring tasks or hire someone to do them. I sold my influencer marketing agency to Journey Further. So I'm still doing the same work I was before, but at a larger scale with a larger team. That means the complexity and the length of my tasks has also increased. But I don't want to hire more people whilst working for Journey Further. I want to be as free as possible having sold my company. So the first thing that I use Claude Cowork for is for weekly competitor research at my agency. Essentially, all this does is that it goes and searches the internet for all the different things that my competitors have done in the last week, including campaigns they've launched, LinkedIn posts they've done, any statistics, any new products they've launched. So I can review it and then make decisions accordingly based on what my competitors are doing. Let me show you guys how it works on the screen. As you can see here, I've got my weekly competitor research for Solerson's scheduled tasks. And the reason Cowork is so amazing is because it actually just acts and runs for you on a weekly or daily or whatever time cadence you are. So here's the instructions, here's the competitors, and here's everything that I've given it. So the instructions here are: you're producing a weekly competitor intelligence report for Suhit, Amin, Solerson Media. Solerson is a UK-based influencer marketing agency and tech talent management company. With what we do, the key differentiators are speed, lower cost, and relationship-first talent approaches. Your task: research what each of the competitors below has done in the past 7 days, produce a Word document, save to the workspace folder. Then it gives me all the competitors here based on the competitor type. For each competitor, look over the past 7 days, top performing social content, new client signed, new case studies, new services launched, new influencers or talent side, events being attended, content focused themes. So this essentially allows me to get a report of all of these things based on my competitors. And this is super useful information because I like to know which events my competitors are going to. I need to know which clients that they're signing because it helps me understand what moves we have to make in the business, what events we should be going to, which clients we should be targeting, who's spending in the market. Then it's kind of come up with a research approach. So it uses web search to find the competitors on LinkedIn, looks at their blogs, looks at their LinkedIns, looks at their client wins, gives me the report structure, which is an executive summary, competitor detail for each competitor with a format, the sources, and it gives me the style and important notes, and it repeats every Monday at 9:30 a.m. So if I come into the competitor report, I'm going to show you guys how it all works. So if I go in here, I've set it up this way, and this is all the information, but I will show you an example of this. So the initial prompt that I used to actually get this to work was basically I just gave it my competitors in a document because every single workflow you run needs context. Otherwise, it's not going to know the competitors I'm looking for. I could have just said, build this workflow, but if it doesn't know who I'm actually competing with, it's not going to do a very good job. Then I've given them, this is my list of competitors, and I want you to do this in-depth report. So then what it did is it ran the file, it then asked me some clarifying questions, and then set everything up and has the progress here. Again, gave me a trial report to show me what 4 of the competitors are doing. So Heaven Media, WeHype, and Fourth Floor, and then some links to flag. And then this is what it then produced as a trial run. So an executive summary, any specific themes that are relevant across all the competitors. And then I also asked it to give me recommendations. What should I be doing? So for example, here it said for me to submit myself for the MCV Develop Awards because a lot of them are doing it. Start planning my Gamescom content, which I really should be doing already. Monitoring this talent ops, talent war, so people are hiring. So it's giving me all that information. So what you can then do is basically, if I go to the weekly competitor research, this is now run one actually earlier today at 10:30. This is now giving me a report of actually even more because yesterday's one was a test one that I was doing for this video. This one is new, giving me New Gen, Ben Labs, 47 Communications, Games Site. So these guys have highlighted their performance marketing report. This is giving me, pre-summer Games Fest and Cannes Lions blackout across most agencies. And then it's given me a full breakdown of all the competitors here that I've given it as an example, all the different sources that it's built across as well. And then if I scroll up, it's going to give me those recommendations here. So content angle, so publish a counterpoint to AI orchestration narrative. Here's some clients to chase. So Ben Labs is winding down. Cherry pick 3 logos to approach. So they're winding down. So they're probably going to have EA, Dyson, or Chime. Here's some talent to look at, some events to attend. So Gamescom, which you're going to, Summer Games Fest, Cannes Lions, services to evaluate. So whether we should license or build an AI tool like NewGen, whether we should pursue LinkedIn marketing programs like Creator Authority, whether we should productize the relationship first pitch, and then any watch list additions that is added. So this is a really interesting one, is that Ben Labs is winding down after 37 years. This company shutting down, which is pretty huge news. So that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't had this. And what I can then do is I can just drop this in my Slack to my team and just say to it, I could just say, drop the report in my Slack general channel for the team and let them know this is a weekly competitor analysis. Add this to the weekly run. And I can just add that and prompt it, and then it's going to now add this and send this to my Slack in a regular and recurring basis. So that's how it was. It was very, very simple to initially set up, as I say as well. I literally gave it this prompt and then it's built the whole whole idea off of it. It's built a working folder with a JavaScript file. It's then obviously given me my intelligence reports and everything here. All I had to do is give it one upload. I didn't have to give it really any skills, but this one saves me a lot of time, and it's super useful for anyone in any scan of business is to kind of keep an eye on your competitors. So my second workflow that I'm going to show you is my pre-call briefing, and I actually just used it today for a call that I had at 10 a.m. So what I've got here is I have built a client call preparation framework. So let me just show you how this works. So this essentially, I've prompted it and said, I want you to help me build a framework for all upcoming client calls so the calls that I have are as productive as possible and nothing gets missed. Please do the following. Check my Google Calendar daily and see who I'm having a call with. Use Fathom to look at every call that I have had with that person or other people within their organization recently. Look through Slack and look through all the mentions of that person or company recently. Please also do the same through emails to gather context. So the reason I can do all of this is because I have connected what is known as connectors via MCPs. So I've got my Gmail connected, got my Slack connected, I've got my calendar connected. That means Claude can directly access all of these different things. Then I've said, please distill this down into everything that's happened since the last call with this person, or if this is the first call, please gather context from email correspondence, any action items from my previous calls or Slack messages. Ensure you provide this framework a clear checklist of completed actions so I can tell the client. Finally, make sure this is our usual solars and branding. Same as this is a daily brief for each call. Make sure the document is no more than a 2-pager. This is super useful because I do a lot of calls and there is always context and chats and information that I'm missing. I jump on a call and I just wish I had remembered that information. So this has made my life significantly easier, especially when I'm doing like 8 to 10 calls every single day with prospects and clients. Now, this is set up in a very simple way. So if I go here into my daily call briefing, you can see here basically how it's generated off my prompt. So you're running my daily client call briefing. Here's the input. So it's got an output folder here. It's got my branded template that I gave it. It's obviously then generated from my logo. Got my calendar email. It's got a client facing email that I built. It's then ensured folder access. It's then pulling today's calendar and the next step. So from one prompt, it builds all the different steps in the workflow for you. So you don't even have to give it the SOP of how to do it. It builds all the workflows for you. It then looks through the Fathom history, looks through the last call gate, it looks through the Slack mentions, Gmail correspondence, makes it into a brief, gives us the rules for the brief, renders the document. So it's all built as you would want to. Now, workflow number 3 is somewhat similar to the first one, and this is a weekly trends report. Having a weekly social media trend report that gets sent to me and my team every single week is super valuable. So what I've had it do, and this is based off of the prompt I gave it, is produce Suhit a weekly social media industry trend report and deliver it as a PDF. Task runs every Monday, covers news from the past 7 days, roughly the previous Monday through Sunday. So it's giving me the audience and tone. I work in social media, I want a 5-minute scan, headline 1-2 sentences and a source for each, no fluff, no padding. Here's what it needs to cover. So it needs to give me all the social media platform updates, include 3 to 5 items per platform if there's news. If there's nothing, skip a platform. I want influencer marketing news, so any news about creators and influencers, any notable new brand partnerships, any regulation changes, and then also agency M&A. I want to see what agencies are getting purchased and bought because that shifts things in the industry. I want information about new monetization opportunities that are available so I can share that to my team. And then I want news about the verticals that we work in. Then it has built out a research approach for me. It's built out the sources it wants, and then it's given me the output format and the important section. It's got no memory of the primary week. Don't try to compare from there. So I didn't even have to give it that much information prompting. So this is all I gave it. I said, I need you to build me a weekly trend report given I work in social media. Please make a weekly report on the following 3 areas. Then what it's done is it just pulls that all together. It's built like a Python script of how it's going to do that, and then it creates the weekly trend report. So if I look at the weekly trend report from this morning, I can take a look and review the report. So here we've now got this. It gives me down of the biggest story of the week. It gives me all the social media platform updates. So from LinkedIn, what's happening there, on YouTube, what's happening there, Instagram, what's happening there. So Meta are cutting a bunch of different roles. TikTok, information about influencer marketing. So this is very interesting. FTP pushes updated AI endorsement guidance, which is super important for me because we do a lot with AI, and if we don't comply, the violation ceiling is 53k, so we could be out 53,000. Any creator economy and monetization, industry and information, specific vertical news. So Forza Horizon 6 is now out on May 18th. These subscriber prices are going up, information on AI here, and then information on consumer tech as well. So that is a super useful workflow, and I could probably just add to it. Send this to my team on Slack. Use the hashtag Solderson newsroom channel. In the message includes info that this is the weekly social media briefing for, and then insert the week. Please review it to get a 5 to 10 minute digest of everything happening in social, influencer, AI, tech, and gaming. Add this to future runs. So again, I can now add this to future runs as well, just like I did for the weekly quickly competitor research before I post a couple of things. You didn't surface a single channel, so let me tell it which one. I want you to do this into Solarson-newsroom. What format should the report take? Slack, Canvas, and summary message recommended. So let's do that. And then now this is going to send it into my Slack channel very, very soon. And this is going to do the exact same thing as well. So this is now searching up the channels on Slack. It's now actually added it as part of the run. So it's added the connector here as part of the run. It's now adding it into the scheduled task information here as well. So like what it should be doing, which is super awesome and super valuable. And now it's going to be adding that into what I'm doing, which is insane. This last workflow that I'm about to show you is the most valuable, and all of you can implement it today, no matter what service you're providing. And workflow 4 is my personalized outreach workflow. So let me show you exactly how this works, because this one is insane. So I have built an outreach workflow where I have basically given Claude my ICP. So who are my ICP and what do they do? Who are they? And I've said to it, I want to create a workflow that every single day generates me high intent leads that I can reach out to and craft personalized messages to. Here are the steps I want you to follow on a daily basis. Use the Goji Berry MCP to see which leads are being delivered to me on a daily basis from agents that I have running. So then what it's going to do is, based on the leads that Goji Berry is giving me, it's going to pull them into Claude. It's then going to enrich those using Apollo. So I have both Apollo and Goji Berry set up as connectors. And then I want you to write me a personalized outreach for all of the relevant leads that get delivered. I want to create this based on 3 things. So relate the message to the post that the person's already seen in my profile. So maybe there's something in the post that makes sense to put in the message. Research the person's profile to see what they've been posting and any interesting facts we can drop in, and look at what the company and what they've been doing on the internet. Look at what they've been doing on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, any case studies you can find where they're working on influencers. From there, please then create me a short personalized outreach message I can send on email with 3 follow-ups. Ask me as many questions as you might need to action this correctly. Okay, so what this has done, this has then created the following instructions. So I've got my daily lead briefing. You're running Suhit means daily high intent lead workflow for social media, a journey for the company. Suhit is the founder, and today runs raw from Goji Berry. So what you're going to do is pull Goji Berry contacts from last 36 hours, filter and rank them based on the leads that are engaging on my content being first, and then competitors' content separately. So it's filtered them in that order. So it's ranked them because I only wanted to give me 10 personalized leads a day. And obviously if I'm getting like 50 different leads delivered in Goji Berry, it needs to prioritize them. Apply any ICP cuts. So it has to fit with what's in my ICP document. Cap it at 10 leads. Then enrich them via Apollo so I can get information about them and their emails. Then score and qualify them against the ICP. Then it's going to research each lead. So it's going to do web search to read their LinkedIn activity, the posts they engaged with, company influencer signals, and then capture 2 to 3 hooks per lead that can be woven into outreach. Then it needs to draft outreach in my voice. So it's cut using the founder or CEO of social media, warm and insight-led, short emails, and then it's giving me a CTA by tier. So based on the tier that I have in my ICP, and then it's giving me an initial email and 3 follow-ups. It's then referencing the posts that they've engaged with, something about their influencer activity. Then it builds me a briefing doc. Then I could have it add the emails directly to my Gmail. It creates everything in my Solus and branding that I've given it, and it's built the workflow and everything's in here, and then it's got all the reference docs and a final notification. So if I then go and look at yesterday's run, so it's filtered 3 results based on 1 buyer and 2 platform worthy companies. It's discounted people who are freelancers and who's from a consulting agency based on exclusions, which is great because I don't want to be reaching out to freelancers or those types of people. It's then enriched a few people that have been pulled through, and then it's run 5 Goji Berry contacts were pulled, 2 were disqualified, Apollo credits used, so it used 5, it caps it at 20 credits for me, 3 leads are in briefing. So giving me the top lead, which is the strongest signal of the day from a competitor page as well. It's then giving me a health flag, only 1 strict content engagement buyer lead today, and then it's rebuilt the page for me as well. Then it's pulled all the sources, and then it has gone and made me the briefing as both a document and as a PDF. So I've got my daily briefing prepared for me. It's told me what it's run. It's told me who it's put disqualified. It's told me the leads. So this has been enriched. So we've got this person who's the director of this. It's giving me a snapshot of where they're based, their intent signal, why I should reach out to them, their source post, how do they fit the ICP, and what research findings. And then it said we should outreach on LinkedIn only because there's no verified email. Apollo didn't pull that. Then it's giving me a LinkedIn DM that I should send, 1 follow-up, 2 follow-up, 3 follow-ups with different days. Next, it's giving me the next guy, and on and on and on again, the next person here. So this is now like basically completely automated my outreach system. Every day I get a briefing of who has had high intent within my industry, what should I outreach to them with? And that's like literally a complete game changer when it comes to doing outreach. This can now do for me like that process within minutes, and now I just get the email straight away to send. So all I have to do is just read this document and then change the outreach if I want to change it ever so slightly so it sounds more like me. And that is the workflow. So it is incredibly useful. And there you have it. If you found this very useful, let me know in the comments. And if you want to see me make more of these types of videos, just also let me know. And if you don't know why I'm going all in on AI in 2026, then check this video out right here because it explains my philosophy and the direction I'm taking. I'll see you guys inside that next video.